Did you know that Cayman Islands has one of the highest costs of living in the Caribbean? While stunning beaches and no income tax might lure you in, there's much more to consider before making the move. Let's dive into the pros and cons of living in the Cayman Islands. Number one is beautiful beaches and scenery. Cayman obviously has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and the crystal clear waters are absolutely mesmerizing and unlike any other. Number two is the tax benefits. Getting to keep 100% of your salary is definitely a major benefit to living here in the Cayman Islands. And it just feels right. And moving back to a country that taxes citizens just doesn't feel normal to me anymore. Number three is warm tropical weather year round. This for me was the number one reason I moved to Cayman Islands. I personally love summer, endless summer, and having this beautiful weather year round is an absolutely incredible benefit to living here in the Cayman Islands. Number four is there's a strong expat community here. It's easy to make friends and feel like you're at home while you're here, as the community is very inclusive and it is quite easy to make friends here, I find. Number five, there's an excellent quality of life. We have excellent healthcare, modern infrastructure, and very high standard of living here in the Cayman Islands. And any destruction or anything that issues, the government is very quick to fix and replace and repair things when needed. Number six is a very safe environment. The Cayman Islands has a super low crime rate and poverty levels are very low, and yeah, it's just very uncommon to hear about crimes and things like that, so I feel very safe living here. Number seven is the career opportunities here. There's great career opportunities in finance as well as hospitality, which I think is incredible. It's also a very close-knit community, so there's something special about just not being able to go anywhere and running into someone. You always see people you know, and you always catch up with people and maintain friendships probably that you might not have if you were so unlikely to run into them. So I think that that's really special. So these are the pros of living in the Cayman Islands. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the cons of living in the Cayman Islands. So number one is high cost of living. Groceries, rent, utilities, all of these things are super expensive here in the Cayman Islands. And it is very cheap when I'm traveling and I see the prices of things in other countries. I'm often shocked at the price difference that we pay for imported goods here in the Cayman Islands. So number two is limited housing options. The rentals are in high demand, so it's definitely a competitive market out there to get good rentals at a decent price at this time. Number three is it's a small island and there's limited activities. Things like concerts and shopping is limited compared to other bigger countries. Number four is hurricane season. Hurricane season is a bit scary. There's a lot of storm watch and you have to basically prepare yourself and stay inside for a few days while the storm passes. So that's definitely a con of living here in the Cayman Islands. Number five is the isolation from the mainland. You can feel a bit isolated here when you're stuck on an island, especially like when I was stuck here during COVID for 2 years. That was definitely a crazy feeling to not be able to leave the island. Number six is restrictions on permanent residency. It's difficult to get your permanent residency here. So for someone like me who doesn't want to leave and doesn't know if they're going to be able to get permanent residency, it is scary to think that my rollover is going to come and I do have to leave Cayman for a minimum of 1 year. Number six is pricey healthcare and insurance. My insurance is quite high and I get very little coverage. I know some people have better plans than me. I know mine just isn't the best. And also some friends of mine, also their employer covers their health insurance. So your employer may cover your health insurance. And then number eight is strict customs regulations. It's difficult to import goods into the country. They're very expensive and they're very restrictive as to what you can bring. And the companies charge by weight and it is crazy for the cost of shipping, and then the customs, it's often not worth it to ship goods and services into the country. So anyways, that was my list of pros and cons of living here in Cayman. Clearly, I think there's more pros and the pros outweigh the cons for me, as I have lived here for 6 years and I do not want to leave. I genuinely love my home here, and every time I travel and leave, I remember why, and I'm reminded as to why I love Cayman so much. It's such a beautiful country, and I'm so grateful that I found it here. So if you like my content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, It really helps me out. So thanks, guys.